Well, now it's a tradition for the final four of the next season for someone to get pooped on.
Someone has to get pooped on.
You wanna kiki? You wanna kiki? Okay, that's enough.
Top four.
Hey, didn't we miss an episode?
No, we did it.
Let us reveal ourselves.
Oh, the second coming, God has arrived.
Oh.
It's me, Hillary Yaas, the patron god of murderous gays.
And it's me, Clinica Deprecious, God of kitchen condiments and utensils.
Okay, the god of stuffed animals. You know, you turn a look every time. It doesn't work out all the ways, but we'll go with it. So we have a top four episode. My God,
Yes.
Stupid Cupid badge.
Oh God! This is episode 9. Our episode 9 was the finale.
You remember this episode? We both got to do it. Is they got to write their letters home? Isn't it?
Yes.
I love letters home.
Oh, it's so cute. It's such a wonderful tradition. I'm glad that they have. And we also got like that as well as a Sugar Baker opening sketch. But let's stick with the letters for now.
Well, yeah. If you could write a letter home right now, who would you address it to? Let's do some letters home. Dear Ranger Danger, I know what you did last summer. Shh.
Dear Ruthie, thank you so much for introducing me to the sensation of poppers.
Dear Season 5 of Camp Wannakiki, thank you for continuing to steal all of my jokes and ideas.
Dear Season 5 of Camp Wannakiki, thank you so much genuinely for supplying such an incredibly drama base, looks that we've never seen before. Just like this was such like a season that really pushed the boundaries of what Camp Wannakiki has to offer.
So this they did their letters home. Did you have any favorite letters home?
Riley gave me a shout out.
And of course, you're gonna take the one where Riley talked about you. Okay. Yeah,
well, I actually really like Texas's when she was just sitting there, put all the leaves on top of herself.
My favorite was Dede Comeswell, mostly just because of the art she was doing on the back.
It was so cute.
It was gorgeous. It was adorable. So okay, yeah. Then we get into the sketch, and okay, cue a montage. Archery, shooting both is hard to see. Go over there and shoot an arrow.
It sounded a little bit like our Cult Wannakiki opening.
I have a strange feeling in the back of my head that I recommended them to do a montage last year, so maybe I'm responsible for this nonsense.
Yeah, Pola also recommended they do Birds of a Feather and how they're wearing Pola's wigs. Like our impact on the season.
Honestly, our impact is kind of huge. I thought it was really funny and really silly. The best part was the montage by far.
Oh my gosh.
That we're returning to archery, and we used to. I think they did archery way back on season 1. So we're
season 1.
Like we're coming back to old times.
Yes. So there was on every single one. There was a big heart with googly eyes. Did they specify whether that one was worth any more points?
I don't think so. I think it was just 2 and 1 for like a bigger target and a smaller target. But I mean, honestly, everybody kind of sucked. So
Rita hit her little googly eye target right between the eyes. And I was like, oh, that's Chicago right there.
A little bit afraid for Riley. Riley really didn't seem like he was going to get anything on the board at all.
I was afraid for Riley, not for Riley, but for the camera person that was getting him from that angle.
And then the other two did okay. Unfortunately, we learned that Miss Texas actually went to archery camp, so really should have been better.
As an archer or a target?
I mean, either one. Yeah, and then the other one, I mean, she was there.
Oh, Dede did great.
Yeah, Dede was in first place at one point.
That's true.
You know, so... But Rita Terra takes the win and steals Ruthie's heart. It doesn't do much for her, but, you know, Rita has already proven that she is the champion of the daily
camp activities. This is like her 5th, isn't it?
She has won 6 daily activities, and I think this is now her 7th daily activity.
Wait a minute. First day, second day, was in the winning group for the birdhouse.
Mm-hmm.
won this.
She won everything.
She won everything. That's true.
Like
Just go back
practically
and watch the
everything.
season.
Yeah, she's a champion. If there's an award, there should be an award, honestly, for daily activity winner. You know, we should have Miss Congeniality and daily activity, because daily activities just, they don't get enough love on this show.
Maybe
really.
not every season, but if there's a season where it's like, wow, this person has in particular won quite amount of camp activities, then like there needs to be an award for that season.
So the archery, that was fun. And then we move on to the talent show.
Dang, this review is going by fast. I mean, there's only 4 people.
Which is good. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it takes so much effort to edit these videos. Let's get on with it.
Let's do it. Let's get right into this talent show. How'd the Sugar Bakers look? They looked good.
Did they? I mean, they kind of look like everybody. Were you still around this day, or had they kicked you out of camp by this point?
Oh no, I'm still here. I'm still watching behind the camera.
Oh, you're behind.
So I can tell you a little bit about the performances they were giving on stage if you'd like.
Yeah.
May have been the day that I
What did you do?
snuck out of camp to grab some of the hikers' McDonald's because they were hungry and they earned it.
Oh, you went to the Golden Arches. You truly are the god of Road to Kill. Hey, have you bought our t-shirt yet? Seriously, go buy our t-shirt. It's gonna help us out. Just hit that QR code and you get it right now. Let's talk about the first look that comes down on the talent show. It's Rita Terra.
Yes, as the crone, the mother, and the witch.
Is that what she is?
No, the maid, the crone, and the mother. Yes.
She just looks like 3 clowns doing that little puppet trick thing that you see sometimes drag queens do. We've seen this kind of thing a couple times on like shows like Drag Race and stuff. It was a great concept, but it didn't necessarily come off straight to me like, oh, that's a god. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think of all of Rita's witch looks, this was definitely the one that leaned most like hoopa-doopa-doopa-doop. That is a wonderful, not even critique, that's a wonderful observation I just made. Go me. With that specific puppet technique, the most appealing aspect of it is watching those other bodies like flail around, and I think you could tell that it was like falling apart and she had to be very careful. Mm-hmm. But I almost wish that she had said like fuck it and just like swung them around, even if they are like bent over and looking down, like even if the little performance ended with the whole thing breaking and the witches just lying on the floor. I think that would have been so fun.
I think that would have been so good. I honestly think she could have amped up characters like crone and woman more so.
Or what if she was dressed as Ruthie and it was the twins?
Exactly.
You're the gods of camp.
It kind of reminds me a bit of like the Muffy syndrome, where it's just like, this look could have been something else. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no. Can you elaborate?
This look could have been just like 3 clowns that look fun dancing the can. They didn't specifically give me like crone, old lady, woman. You know what I mean?
Right. That was a thing looking at this that I was thinking to myself, which one's the crone?
Exactly.
Which one's the maiden? And which one's...
Yeah. I think she looked really gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
The craftsmanship that went into this, even though it broke, and that's so unfortunate. That sucks. You're out in the woods. Yeah. Like, I give her a lot of credit for that kind of thing and ambition. But, like, she really made a gorgeous look. So that's definitely a positive. She looked beautiful.
I also loved the little purple clown nose. It was just so like delightful and fun. Yeah, I love this look. This was such a close top 4.
It really just comes down to execution, and unfortunately, even if it broke, it just looked sloppier than some of the others, I think, at the end of the day. So, amps of camp, what do I give this? I give this a solid 3 amps of camp, because it struggled to get there. It was beautiful. And I think it just lacked a little definition.
I'm gonna give this 4 amps out of camp, because even though it was falling apart, Rita didn't let that show in, like, there was no panic in Rita's eyes. There was no, oh God, what do I do now? Rita showed true theatric thespianage, Chicago lady, drag, artist.
So up next, we've got Dede Comeswell coming out as a god that we all love because he's so sexy. It's
Yes.
Atlas carrying the world.
Yes.
Well, it wasn't a world. It was actually just a balloon painted to be the world. But
Listen, I was there in person, and I remembered that it was. I remember Dede like carrying it, pretending it was really heavy, and knowing that it was like, oh, it's like a beach ball. So I actually was expecting it to hit the ground much faster, but when I was rewatching it and she tossed it and it like descended so delicately, I just like cracked up. Like, that was so good.
There were gags aplenty. I love the campy bodysuit with the body hair. I loved the Grecian villa on her butt because it was like her assless or whatever. I thought it was a really well conceived, fun look. And I also love going into that realm of gender play where you do a male female look or whatever. It was lovely. And come on, I gotta love a beard.
Yes. What I love about this season, and I see it in Texas, and I see a Dede this episode, is that there's so much of like blurring those lines, and it's not a big deal. The moment you show up masculine leaning, suddenly the queens in the room are like, is this some kind of statement?
Yeah.
And I love that the twins themselves are really being from like the generation of drag that they're in and really normalizing this everywhere. I imagine so many audiences are watching this being like, oh, this isn't something we should be questioning. This, just look what they're wearing. Look what's going on.
You know, if I was going to critique it, I would definitely just say the concept itself is, well, yeah, it's a little on the nose. It's doing a god very well. And yeah, it could have been pushed further into like doing Atlas, but like a little more than Atlas. Like, what could Atlas have been doing?
I'm wondering if there could have been like a detail to make it more clear that this was like a social media influencer, because that was part of Dede's character. And I was wondering if there's a way to maybe make the phone, instead of the planet, it's like carrying a giant phone, so it's like I'm carrying the World Wide Web, or having the phone be really, really tiny because you're a giant and you're like posting. I think that would have been cute. I don't know. I just wish there maybe was an extra step there. And
I thought it was great.
Dede got the monkey.
And also, Dede is one of our monkeys of the season.
Ooh, with Rita.
I mean,
and Cherry. Cherry got it today too.
This episode had 2 monkeys. Cherry gave herself a monkey too. So I think that's the third and fourth monkeys of the season.
That's true. And when Cherry was taking pictures with her phone, and Dede's was a social media influencer, Wannakiki said, take nudes.
All right, amps of camp. I'm giving Dede 4 amps of camp tonight because, yeah, she could have pushed it further. That verges on that cosplay land, but girl, that's a million, and I like it.
I think with gods and goddesses, the first thought is, okay, some kind of like Greek god wearing like the togas and blah, 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 and whatnot. So that's exactly as you said, a little on the nose. But if you're going to do that character, this is how to do it. And Dede had enough nuance and enough gags that I don't even care. 5 amps out of 5. Right. This was so good.
Amazing. Out walks your bestie, the one and only Riley Poopy Seed.
Riley Poopy Pee.
The god of poopy
shit and piss.
And it is so disgusting in the worst, best kind of way. Just covered in poop and chocolate pudding or whatever that is. Poops a poop out of his mouth, and he's got a chalice of poop, and he's so disgusting. He's got skid marks. I love this. Love this. Love it.
Yes. Are you a mortal that poops and pees, or are you a god who shits and pisses? This was so fun. I love that we are now part of the same cinematic universe as a contestant shitting poop out their mouth in front of the twins. I'm so glad we're part of that TV show.
There's been a couple of poopy moments on Camp Wannakiki.
Oh, we had coleslaw with the poop tree. We had Dede with the pee ghost. Wannakiki is the pee pee poo poo drag franchise.
Very pee pee poo poo.
Very pee pee poo poo. I'm so glad I got to hear you say that.
Do I have any critiques for this look? I mean, not really. Maybe one or two. No,
That's a good one.
I really don't. I thought, like, if I was going to add anything to this, I don't know if I actually would, because I think the character is so strong.
Yes.
He looks like he's a Greek god of poo, and like, yeah, could he have more poo? Sure, but like, he looks like he's a poo god. He really does. It comes across perfectly.
Oh my god. Riley has a drag number about the Key and Peele substitute teacher sketch. Y'all Google it, look it up. And this reminds me of the wig that Riley wears for that sketch. And I think he's done one or two numbers as this substitute teacher character with like the big hiked up pants and like the plaid like short shirt, like looking like SpongeBob on stage with that little bowler wig. And this is the character that Riley does as whenever he's got that wig on. It's just like this. It's like creepy little cretin weirdo, just absolute maniac. And I'm so glad that we got to see that brought to the Camp Wannakiki stage.
I don't know, but I want a hot dog of poo real bad. Anyways.
What? That was a good one.
Amps of Camp. Yeah, I give this a solid 5 of 5. 5 out of 5 amps of Camp, Riley Poppy Seed. Ooh.
5 out of 5. I love this so much. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I want this. I think I've said this about a couple of runways in this season, but I want this character animated and running around in a cartoon.
And finally, to the stage, we have contestant number 4, Miss Texas 1988.
Yes.
Coming out as a watery goddess. And at first I was like, what is happening? And then she chokes up some water and then takes some plastic out of her mouth. This is very much a coleslaw moment. I mean, we didn't get to see this, but coleslaw was a turtle that had plastic bits in it.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see it on the show, but I was very much reminded by that. And then reveals into this crazy goddess of water with all the plastic bits. And it reminded me completely, another top 4 moment from season 4 of Lily's Trash Mermaid.
Yeah. So season 4 was still airing at the time that season 5 was filming. So
not just that.
All looks, I believe, from our stand-up all the way to the end, season 5 did not get to see.
Yeah. The hot tip for everybody, season 4 of Camp Wannakiki does exist. It's just no one watched it. So please go and watch our season at some point. Really?
Texas has the unique ability to like make everything out of trash, but make it look good. Because, you know, some people would just be like, I'm going to put everything on me and whatnot. But like, she doesn't heavy set it to one side. Texas also knows how to incorporate a fun color scheme into it. Like this was predominantly like gray, white, black, like a monochrome with the occasional little trinkets. She had a pop balloon from today's challenge, like on her outfit as well. It was
and some condoms.
Ooh.
This was really glamorous. I loved the reveal moment of it and the theatricality. I guess like it didn't necessarily hit the heights with me because yeah, it's all garbage and stuff and a reveal look, but both looks are they're just a little plain. Do you know what I mean? Like,
did you get to see Texas's shoes?
Yeah, like there's just a little plainness to them. I guess in like that kind of way.
It reminded me a lot of the failure look from the first episode in that like glamorous opening and then reveal to trash.
Yeah.
But like they both had like completely different gimmicks and gags going on with them, different stories about them, one being very personal to the South.
I give this amps of Camp. I give this a solid 4 amps of Camp. I guess it's just missing a little something for me. That's about it. But otherwise, gorgeous.
Yeah, I think having the sentimental items on it, the fact that she did stuff to the shoes, having a whole reveal beforehand, like I thought this was delightful. I'm gonna be a little boring this episode. I'm giving this 5 amps out of 5.
That's
I really
fine.
liked
That's
it.
500.
As a fellow trash goblin, like this, what Texas does is hard. This is hard to pull off. Like making trash look good. Because sometimes people just like throw it all over their body and be like, "That's the message, trash."
Okay, let's
And like
not
Texas really turns it into
go
a
that
fashion
far.
moment.
Let's not go that far. It looks fine.
It was good. 5 amps to 5. Woo!
All right, so we have a talent show. And then I wanted to comment on a couple things after this. Number one, we have to talk about the rec room. Dede gets pooped on by Riley. And again, this is a top 4 moment because in our episode, I got pooped on literally by a cow. How is all this stuff happening? It's like, how?
Well, now it's a tradition for the final 4 of the next season for someone to get pooped on.
Someone has to get pooped on every top 4 episode now. I'm holding you to this, Sugar Bakers.
Sugar Bakers, if no one intends to poop on anyone in the game at the top 4,
I volunteer.
y'all know what to do.
I volunteer. I'll come and poop on someone.
They just like pan up and there you are in your DDF on the roof and you're just like, "Hi everyone," and you're like, "Oh, you know," they're just sitting there being like, "Where's Hillary right now? She's up north." Pans up. There you are.
Yeah, just dressed as a monkey throwing shit at everyone. Unfortunately, there is no winner, crazily enough, this episode.
Whoa!
$500. They just win the right to get into the finale.
I do want to ask, though, Hillary, who would you have given the win to if you had to give someone the solo win? Because at our top 4, I got the win.
Riley.
I got $500 before going into the finale. Why didn't
I know you did. I would have given it to Riley. Absolutely.
I would have given it to Riley, too.
And everyone's kind of pleading their case why they should be in the finals. I think the craziest thing, of course, is that potential that Riley will actually make it into the top 3 because
The first
Riley,
king.
Yeah, would be the first king to have done it. Isn't that a moment?
That's incredible.
So we got the announcement, and well, first into the top 3 is Ms. Texas 1988. To no one's surprise.
Oh yeah, Texas. If Texas got booted in this episode, I don't know. I don't know if I would have felt like doing this.
And then we get Riley Poppy Seed into the top 3.
Yay!
Also, not surprised. When it was top 4, I was like, Texas and Riley, they are top 3. I am 100% sure. They have been killing it. Their track record speaks for itself. Okay, but now it comes down to the final member of the top 3. And this is who I knew it was going to be between. It was going to be between Rita and Dede. And that's exactly what happened. And I mean, like, they're both very deserving at this point. Rita has been with us the entire time and has just been dominating the daily activities, giving us the witchiness and just, I don't know, that kind of bitch attitude that we all desire.
I don't think when these two are the bottom, I can't go into any more detail, but the room was, no one wanted to see either of them go.
I was like, could they do a top 4 finale? And I was like,
they've done it before.
They could have, but at the end of the day, as a judge, that just means you are pushing the decision off till tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like,
also, if you're not going to have anybody winning the cash from that day and no one goes home, then like, why did today happen? Dang.
No. Just like I always said, 90% chance to lose. And at this Canadian math, you still have 75% chance to lose. Yeah.
Dang.
Dede, the wild card of the season, in my opinion. Because Dede came out of nowhere, kind of played it safe, always was giving us something cool, and then got kicked off, and then came back. So, like,
Immediately was in the top after that. And
it was
honestly,
immediately in the top. I mean, whoa.
if they had a top 2 of this episode, honestly, for me personally, Dede would have been in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that for me personally, I would have had Dede and Riley in the top.
Yeah, I mean, Dede did really good. That the characterization was wonderful. I mean, I think
Oh my god.
Dede is really riding that character high that we really love in Camp Wannakiki. We love the characters.
And for Dede to hit us with a curveball, being someone who regularly curveballs us in all of her talent shows is so unique and cool. Like, Dede is truly someone I have no idea what the hell is about to happen.
And, well, guess who makes it into the top? It is none other than Dede Comeswell into the top 3. That is just a gag.
Which, like, also good TV and a wild milestone for someone returning to the competition, not getting revolving doored, and making the finale.
Yeah,
that's special. That's cool. And with how Dede presented today, honestly, deserved.
But honestly, like, to get rid of someone as strong a competitor as Rita was kind of mind-blowing. It was one of those, like, Muffy Vanderbilt moments where it was just like, really? They went home? Really? They went home? Oh my god.
That's how, like, a lot of the eliminations this season are. Like, Dixie going home first was like a whoa moment. Terra leaving last episode, whoa moment. Muffy leaving, whoa moment. Like, it's just, honestly, to a degree, everyone. It was just like, holy shit. Like,
not everyone can be Opal. And we're just like, yeah, you gotta go.
This season with everyone, with like, no way I'm trying to move on from that.
Can we just have a moment for Opal? Opal, yes. We love you.
We love you, Opal. We love you, Opal.
And then also, the clear frontrunner of the season, in my opinion, Avery Goodname, took themselves out of the competition.
Oh, we haven't even touched on Avery. My God, what a season!
And
here we are.
Yeah, like, everybody was vying and had something interesting about themselves and was strong. But Avery really was, like, remarkable. And when Avery left, it completely opened up the floodgates. Like, now it was anyone's season. Now, who do you think is going to take it to next week?
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, Riley on top of just being incredibly deserving, having such a unique package, bringing so many incredible talents to the talent show stage, Riley's win would also just be so historic, not just for Camp Wannakiki, but for drag reality shows everywhere. I think Riley. I think Riley's going to take it.
All right. I think that Riley Poppy Seed is also going to be our winner next week.
I think so.
That's who my money's on. I think it's 1-to-1 odds for Riley, and definitely Dede's our wild card. And she's definitely the one to look out for, because you don't know what she's going to do. Like, she's really on a roll right now. And of course, Miss Texas, I expect to see something just so cool. It's going to be fun. I can't wait until next week.
It's so scary. And then it's done. I can't believe we reviewed every episode and didn't skip one.
We didn't skip one at all. What are you talking about?
No, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from.
We are going to be back next week to review the finale of Camp Wannakiki Season 5. I have been Hillary Yaas, and my co-host has been...
running from the IRS since 18 years old. Skip Blop Bibby Doo.
Clinica Deprecious.
Hey!
We will say goodbye, of course, to our fallen comrade, because we're going to have to sacrifice them still to the god of comedy.
No!
We have to say goodbye to Rita Terra. See you next time. Bye.
We now sacrifice Rita Terra to the god of comedy, Ruthie Keister.
New animations by She Need This Gig. She really do.
this is Hillary. Hope you liked the episode. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you don't, well, we might just have to sacrifice you to the god of comedy. Do you want to kiki? Do you want to Do you want to kiki? Do you want to kiki? Cult Wannakiki, Cult Wannakiki, Cult Wannakiki, 1, 2, 3. Cult Wannakiki, Cult Wannakiki, Cult. Okay, that's enough. Yeah.